Hey, what's your boys there? How everyone's doing today? As for me, well, a little bit nervous. I'm not recording on my regular microphone setup, as you can see, and I'm sure you're wondering why. Maybe you already know what the title of the video. This is a bit of a vlog I want to do to show my journey in switching to Linux as my daily driver PC. And I'm sure you're wondering quite a few things. Well, I'm going to show you what's going on right now. So we got Rufus over there, right? That's one thing. Okay. And I'm sure you're wondering, what distro did you choose? Well, I may have chosen a bit of a challenge to do. Yeah, Manjaro with the GNOME desktop environment. I've heard that Arch Linux is quite a challenge to do, but this is a good introduction to that, and I'm excited if I move on to Arch myself. That'd be fun to do as well. So, yeah, I'm kind of nervous. But I'm very excited to move things over because I don't really want to deal with the Windows 10. But I will be using a virtual machine for anything that really needs it. But most of my software that I use can be solved with open source stuff anyway. So I'm super excited. And well, I'll see you guys when I'm doing the installation. I'm kind of excited. All right, now as you can see here, we're looking at my desktop. The view I see every single day. And it's a bit of a janky setup, but you're going to see me go through the process of installing Manjaro. As we turn on the computer here, we're going in the BIOS by clicking delete many times, and we're going to boot into the USB that I have right back there. You see that little guy right there, which has the Manjaro ISO mounted onto it. So yeah, we're just going to do that. Look at that. Yeah, I hate that my computer decided to put it on the other screen, the BIOS on the left screen there. So I can turn that around for you guys to see though. So let's just turn that there. Easy peasy. And go to the boot. Go down to partition, that one right there. It should boot into that, and I want to boot with open source drivers for now. And we're going to be installing Manjaro. So I'm just going to turn that to the main screen, make things look a little nicer. Hackerman moment right here. Ooh, hackerman moment. Well, same stuff's on the other screen over there on that side, but get to see my ultra wide. Wow, look at all that text I could have on this. All right, now we're in Manjaro. We're gonna pick up the. Oh yeah, I forgot the monitors are kind of weird here. But let me just fix that for now, actually, just for myself. Yes, keep settings. Now there we go. Mouse can go good. Awesome. So we're gonna go and do the big boy thing. Oh, big boy. I'm gonna zoom up a little bit on that. So you can see what's going on there. Boom. American English. Yep. Well, actually, the system is American. No, I want the Canadian English or British English. And we got the right time zone. Yeah. English Canada. And language is good. System language, numbers and dates. Good. And we got the US keyboard. Yup. And we're gonna do it. We're gonna erase the old Windows partition right here. Oof. Big boy time. Oh, we're gonna do it. Oh, you go here, install. Oh boy, here we go. Oh, wow, look at that. Done in less than 5 minutes. I'm impressed. So let me start a new system and use Linux Manjaro. Wow. Let's go restart. And let's make sure that everything's configured correctly as well. Making sure that the boot drive is going to be on the SSD I've got. So let's see what's going on. And hoping all my software and hardware works. That's going to be part of the fun of it, to be honest. Can't wait to run a virtual machine for any small things, but really shouldn't be a problem. All right, so we got that. Let's zoom back out. Whoops. Come on. Here we go. Look at that screen right there. Making sure we got boot, UEFI Sabrent. Huh. Interesting. What is that? But yeah, Manjaro should be there. That's good. And then I can remove that USB now, actually. Don't need to care about that. Right. Everything looks good. Let's boot into the system here. Probably the first thing I want to try to do is get drivers of NVIDIA and OBS started, so I can get some screen recording going. But yeah, let's go into that. We're good. Exit, load, Discord changes. Exit. Yes. Ooh, it's exciting. Oh my god. Oh, okay. Did it break the mouse drivers again? Oh, mouse, mouse, mouse. Oh, mouse. Ah, I broke the desktop thing again. Okay, so they gotta do that again. System tools. Make sure that's there. Good. Apply. Keep changes. And I know you install quite a few things, so let's get that all started before we actually show you guys, the process as I record it on my screen here. So I'll see you guys in the screen recording. Hey guys, it's early morning for me. I forgot to make a new scene. It's okay. Anyways, I want to report on my install. I wanted to finish it by the evening, but I ran into some issues with OBS, and it's not really. Yeah, it's not OBS. It's partly OBS, but I found out that there was no audio device. I'm like, why is there no audio devices? Oh, it's because you actually have to add them manually. I found a video of some guy setting up OBS. I'm like, oh, they're added as sources and not just detected by default. Kind of interesting, actually. I think that's for more control, which is great, actually, because I don't like the idea that Windows was like, you have webcam. You use webcam audio? No. Thank God. So that's actually a positive, I guess, even though I was kind of fighting it in a way. But yeah, a few other notes. I wanted to, use that. So I'm finally on desktop. Actually, let's move over to the desktop. You actually can see what's going on. So desktop view, boom. Yeah, there you go. Center screen. Bam! Look at that. And there's just a few things missing, as you can see. I haven't really gotten my webcam border configured properly. But that's fun. That's still a fun thing to work with later on. The other thing I didn't like was I thought, let's move over to Linux. They support DaVinci Resolve, which is one of my favorite editing programs. So let's open that guy up. And you'll see there's going to be a bit of a problem when I try to import a video file. So let's go over here and open a new project. And then you can see my file explorer here with the current recording. And then this is the previous recording. So let's pull that guy in and then see what happens. All right, why is it blank? Let's pull it into the timeline in the edit tab, because I like the edit tab. There's no audio and no video, because for some reason the Linux version doesn't have as much codec support. Why? I hate this so much. I really do, and I think I need to fix some stuff in the audio for OBS itself, but that's different. But yeah, man, I'm so frustrated with that. God damn. So I might actually move over to the more open source and free editors, which, I mean, I'm not doing anything too advanced. So that's not a problem. And for some reason, DaVinci Resolve here doesn't like having the close and minimize buttons. It likes to be in focus. But it's not all bad. I don't want to report all bad news. I don't want to say bash Linux, or do I want to bash it? Nerd joke. Anyways, yeah, that's the only sad thing. So I might move over to that. So I'm gonna just quit DaVinci Resolve. I have to quit through that. I can't just minimize it. It likes being the center of attention. I do like using the Windows or Super key for this, where I can just open multi-view. You don't see much on your end because that's just you guys seeing that. But on my left screen here, I've got a lot of windows open. It's just nice, just overview of what I gotta open, which is really nice. They do have the functionality where if I put my mouse on top here, it does the same thing. However, I don't like that. It's because I'm moving between screens and they're not exactly aligned properly. So maybe I won't. I'll turn that off eventually. And one thing I really love is the file explorer. So you see, this is the file explorer. You can see all my videos here. So let's go to home. So because of moving OBS over, all my sources got messed up, but they make it so easy to search for what you need. So let's go. I'm looking for webcam border, cam border dot png. Boom! It's so quick. I love it. That's so much power, I feel. So it's user friendly. As you can see, just all of that, all your different places here, even other locations. I wish that
they'd show other locations by default, but it still works. But maybe I can find a way, a different file explorer that might actually allow me to have all those and all mounted, all ready to go. And in my main drive, that's all my pictures and all that. I got my other locations with like SSD. I might actually use this as my cars. I don't know for footage or whatever, but I am really happy with this move. So far, well, generally overall, not a bad experience. There's a learning curve as any new operating system is, and I'm glad to be on this train for that. So I'll see you guys in the next update. I've got quite a few stuff that I want to try and get together. Oh, I've got to say too, I got all of the wine and like Steam and all the other stuff together. And wine is a compatibility for gaming. Steam obviously has their own like compatibility. It's Proton. Something called LinkTree helps with that. Wine also helps with Windows programs, but I don't really think I'm going to need that many Windows programs. I don't use that many anyways, I think. There's a few utilities that here and there I got to trade for, but not a bad thing, honestly. We'll see what happens. I'll try to find something that is a solution. Maybe I have to maybe build my own solution, huh? But yeah, I got my favorite art program. Actually, if I have to open that up so you guys can see, I got my favorite art program in here. Sprite, boom. It's a pixel art program. It works natively. It's wonderful. Not natively, but it still would use, I guess, the compatibility layer, but it still works perfectly. But yeah, that's all. I got a bunch of stuff that I figured out. I got a list for myself, and I'll see you guys in the next update. Welcome to update 4, guys. As you can see, things are smooth, as you kind of see so far on a webcam. Now, if I switch over to my desktop view, oh, look at that! My webcam's working with the border and everything. So I want to lock that. Yeah. I know we're just chatting as well. That is doing great. And my gameplay screens are good. And yeah, I've solved a lot of things. A few things to note, like I got OBS sorted. I wanted to use, I still want to use browser sources, and like the main version of OBS on here doesn't work, so I had to find like a Git version. And that's, if I understand correctly, that's how like people get like, that is the like actual source version, not the other. I don't know for sure though. I will explain that. I got some, a few media players to work with. You see here, we got the videos. That's the native one. MPV media player is great for command line, but I'm using SM player to play all my videos, and then I've kept VLC, as frustrating as it is, as my like audio player, whatever I might want to play with. It's great. It works too. I think that's all I really have for updates. So, yeah, wallpapers. If you can see here, this one go. Oh wait, I didn't even show that. I just want to show you videos, native player, SMP here, MPV, sorry, VLC and SMP, for my audio and video players. SMTube is part of SM Player to watch YouTube videos. It's great. And then the last thing I wanted to update was wallpapers. Well, you see here, we have a wonderful wallpaper from a portion of a panel from what's it called? Solo leveling. There we go, solo leveling. And then I can actually go up here to this title bar, and then actually no, I don't care about that. Go to next wallpaper, and it cycles just like it should. In Windows with what's it called? Display Fusion. This is a program called Super Paper. I use an app image, and I use an app image launcher, and it's been beautiful. I can do it again. Let's just wait, no. Right click, and Please stay for work. Oh, thank God, stay for work. But yeah, that's my update for today, guys. Hey, what's up, boys? How my one's doing today? As for me, I just jumbled up because it's been a long time since I did an update on this vlog. I want to do a few like in between here and there. Last one I did was back in February, and there's been a lot of hardware changes here and there. I got my old 970 GTX 970 back, so that's in there as a pass-through GPU for VMs and all that sort of stuff. New headphones, I can see here, and microphone now has a little smaller pop filter or windscreen. Really, that's effectively a pop filter as well, can be. But anyways, other than that, I have a few notes here I want to read off to you guys. So ever since then, let's see. I had paint.net files that I can only use with paint.net, and unfortunately does not have a Windows equivalent. It only is a Windows exclusive. I didn't really want to mess with Wine. I still don't. So I did a VM and converted all that stuff to like PNGs or different layers so I can use them in GIMP, which is now my preferred method of making thumbnails. And so great to make stuff. I made a stream schedule, and I can just modify it weekly, which is like what I need. Boom, easy peasy, so good. I love it. So you probably already see this thumbnail that I made for the video, probably made in GIMP. And I'm sticking to Manjaro for sure. I don't want to be the guy who distro hops that much, but I do want to try out other ones. I've tried out Pop! OS. I've tried Solus a bit, and a little bit of KDE. And I've heard Elementary is an interesting one, but and maybe not. And I've already mentioned before, I use Kdenlive as my video editor now, and it's a very familiar interface. It's similar to DaVinci Resolve for sure, but there's a few other quirks that are like, oh, this thing I should be just able to transform. No, it's an effect by itself. Like, why? It's some little things here and there that just work around, and it works fine. And ever since I've been doing more research into Linux, a lot of tech videos suggested to me again. Thanks, YouTube. And it does remind me of the browser wars of the 90s. If anyone doesn't know, there's some anti-competitive practices that Microsoft was doing when they were trying to work with Internet Explorer, and then they were competing against Netscape Navigator, I think it was, and the code base of which is now actually part of Mozilla Firefox, which is now my daily driver for web browsing. There's quality of life, a lot of stuff that I'm really happy for, and it does remind me of how much Microsoft and Gates was being dicks in the 90s, and maybe a few decisions here and there you've heard recently that continue to show that. And actually, there's something I'll mention a little later. I did run into some performance issues with the Windows 10 virtual machine, so I do have a bare metal installed in this wonderful system here, just in case I need it. I also have Linux Mint Debian Edition on a secondhand MacBook. However, for some reason, the Mac OS itself is being a little fussy, so I'm going to fix that a little later. And continue talking about actually the dickish moves of Microsoft. Mudahar, or some ordinary gamers, made a video actually talking about how laptops will be compulsed to have webcams of a particular specification continue going forward. And there was something similar to software that I can't remember that I was really complaining about to my friend. And he's like, oh, but the company can do that. Like, yeah, but like, oh, right, SSDs. Now, they said they're basically saying that future manufacturers will have to make boot drives be SSDs. Now, not a bad thing for performance, and it's just that I don't like it being compulsory. My friend argues that a company's within their rights to give the best performance because it shows their product in a better light in that manner, and I understand that for sure. However, to force people to force people to do things that they wouldn't do otherwise, I don't like that. Maybe they just want to do. Now I know cost is down. I understand that cost is down in Flash and stuff like that. But just forcing people to do that, it feels like they're trying to really force bigger guys to do what they want, while the little guy must buy stuff that they may not want to buy. Right? Maybe it's a different argument there. But they're all within their rights. I don't like it, so won't deal with it. Yeah. So, what's funny about Mudahar, actually, did mention, like, hey, try it out for a month and then switch. I went, like, full nuclear, and I haven't had any problems. Well, I had a few problems, but nothing, like, too breaking. And a lot of that was my fault for messing around with things, right? And because it's stable. It's very stable. Even Manjaro, that is kind of almost halfway between rolling release. Well, it is a rolling release, but it's a little bit like verified files first through Manjaro, the development team, and they'll be pushed in. Security stuff is always pushed in, which is great. And anything else to mention? Daily driver no issues, blah blah. I already said Firefox. Yeah, there's not much else to say. I do want to shout out to KuKuruYo. I don't know how to pronounce your name. God damn. Fantastic thumbnail art. And I also thank you guys for sitting and watch this guy ramble about Linux and his experience. I hope you enjoyed this video. And thank you for following my Linux journey so far. Hopefully, there's nothing. That's not much else to talk about. I may want to do Linux videos. Who knows? I'll see you guys in the next video.